Alright, welcome back to the channel. Working on this 2017 Kia Soul. So, Kias have an unofficial voluntary recall on the brake line for the rare specifically that I'm aware of. Anyways, that brake line, to try and show you here, is going to be a real task. But let's see. There's no good way to show you. Except about down there, where the light is shining on it, is your rear brake lines. Right next to your steering column, rack and pinion. There's no good angle to get you down there. Lots of stuff in the way. Anyways, so what happens, we're going to do some rotating and going in the car here. Alright, we're on the driver's side at the back. Gas tank. So right there at the back where it curves up, you got all your lines. You got your fuel pump, pressure line, return line, and then you've got your left and right brake line. So what happened is, here at the plastic piece, the green coating on your factory steel line, it corroded, and then it rusted out inside the plastic clip. 9 out of 10 times, this is what happens to your brake lines. They corrode out in your clips. So I had to buy a 25-foot roll of, it's called nickel copper. That's what I always run. And then it goes all the way down. Then the hardest part about the whole job is up here. Get all this off, and then your lines run here up. I don't think I'm going to be able to. We're only on jack stands today. I didn't put it in on the lift. The lift would have been in my way. But let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, you can kind of see them there. Up there. That's where the two lines are. So I went from there, did my best to route them as best I could. Runs behind your heat shield, down around. Here's your plastic piece. It runs between that. So it's snakes and snakes. And then you can kind of see it here. So yeah, so Kias, mostly the videos I found online are the Elantras. But this is a Soul, so obviously it doesn't matter. But yeah, so gas tank right there, when it tilts up, that's where it broke. Now, a quick fix a lot of people will do is they'll come back here where it's still good. They'll cut it, and they'll put some sort of a union. I don't want to say the word compression fitting, because if you do, you're supposed to use a steel compression fitting. They're stronger than the brass, considering, brake pressure here is, and depending on what you Google, it can be around 3,000 PSI, whatever. But yeah, so most people just cut it, flare it, put a little double union, and then they just extend it and run it back. And it runs all sorts of crazy under there. And then it just comes back over here, loops around and to your flexible brake line, and then there's your brakes. So everything pretty much came off. My biggest time-consuming difficulty was all up front, getting the heat shield down, getting all the stuff out of the way so I can get to that. You'll have to drop the plastic dust cover, and you'll have to reach in through like here to get to it. The only way you're getting to that line is from down here, reaching up. You can't get it from the top. You can't get it from the front around the exhaust. That's the only option. Otherwise, you could drop, if you really want to, you could drop the rack and pinion cradle, but that'll give you a whole bunch of working space, but that's a whole bunch more work. This whole job right now, I'm about 6-8 hours in. It broke on her on a Monday night. It's now Thursday night. And I'm now finishing it about about 2 hours a night, 2.5 hours a night, because I mean, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock every time I stop. So, and then, you know, you got your own personal business to take care of at the same time. So, and I checked her brakes, and, you know, there's about an oil change left to break on this thing. So the next oil change, I need to get brakes. I'm going to do brakes and rotors. As I kind of checked them, there's a not too bad there, but the back there's a bit of a ridge. So pads and rotors, probably rock auto it. Don't know. We'll see what happens in about another 4,000 miles. But just wanted to throw that out there. There is a voluntary recall from the national, whatever, NTSHA, whatever. You throw your VIN number in. So we were going to do it. I was going to haul it up, throw it on my trailer, take it up to the Kia dealership. Called around. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we'll get you in. We'll get it looked at, blah, blah, blah. Well, the problem is they're all booked out till like next week. I'm like, I can't wait 8 days, you know, because it happened on Monday. It's going to be next Monday. I'm like, I got stuff going on. She's driving my car. So I've been driving the work truck, which right now, as you know, fuel prices are like $4.99 a gallon. So we're going to get it finished up tonight, and that's it. So I just wanted to share that bit of info I've learned, at least on the Kia side. So, all right, cut it here.